One of the first formal studies of the phenomenon was at Harvard Medical School in the year 2000.
A young boy is in the car on his way home from a friend's house. All seems normal until the boy closes his eyes. His mind becomes filled with visions of falling objects. When he opens his eyes again, the hallucinations disappear. Minutes later, he drives by some boxes on the side of the road and involuntarily pictures them stacking together tightly in towers. What is wrong with this boy? And what could be causing these involuntary hallucinations? We'll find out today on this edition of the VR Times. Despite my overbearing and ominous intro, this video isn't about some strange supernatural occurrence or aliens. It is a dive into the human psyche and how Tetris affects it. So if you want ghosts, you're in the wrong place. Everyone knows about Tetris. The game was developed in the early 80s by a Russian programmer named Alexei Pajitnov and has been ported onto every conceivable electronic device since.
He's the author of Tetris.
Play Tetris.
Play Tetris.
My friends.
Okay.
Tetris has topped the all-time video game sales list every year since its release, until recently when Minecraft and GTA 5 surpassed it. It's hard to know exactly how many copies of Tetris have been sold though, because of the diversity of consoles it has been sold for. As the player base of Tetris grew, so did reports of hallucinations and strange thought patterns. After prolonged sessions of the game, people would find themselves imagining real-world objects fitting together and stacking on top of one another. Some people even reported seeing Tetris pieces falling into place when they closed their eyes. These experiences are common and involuntary. To the non-gamers in the audience, the phenomenon might seem worrying or even scary, but I assure you, they are perfectly normal. I have experienced this phenomenon many times, and I never know how to explain the feelings I get when it happens. It's a strange but peaceful feeling to watch the blocks fall across your vision as you yourself fall asleep, like falling asleep to the sound of crashing waves at the beach. The effect has become widely known as the Tetris effect since 1994, when Jeffrey Goldsmith coined the phrase in Wired magazine. The name has also been associated with the feeling of drifting into the zone while playing the game. The zone is a different but likely related phenomenon that occurs when the player drowns out all outside distractions and their mind begins to drift. Time seems to pass differently in the zone, and performance seems to be enhanced. While the state of mind isn't unique to Tetris, it is much easier to achieve in the game than in other activities, such as sports or playing music. My first experience with the Tetris effect was in the late aughts. I had spent hours with my friend playing Guitar Hero, and when I left his house to go home, I found myself haunted by the distinctly colored notes sliding down my vision. Every time I closed my eyes, I would see the notes, but I wasn't frightened. Rather, I was curious as to why I was seeing things that weren't there, even when Guitar Hero was no longer in my conscious mind. That curiosity resurfaced a few years ago when I started playing Tetris Effect, a new iteration of the game inspired by the phrase of the same name. The game was created with the specific intent of inducing the zone. Everything from the music to the in-game mechanic lovingly called the zone. The game also comes with the option of VR, which only adds to the total immersion induced by the audio and visuals. At this point, you're probably saying something like, "This is interesting and all, but why? Why does this matter?" That is an important question, and the only real answer I can give is humanity. Humans interact with Tetris in a way that is incredible and baffling all at once. We as a species have this strange attraction towards simplicity that is fascinating. It is easy to see in real life too. The two most popular video games of all time are Tetris and Minecraft, which consist of basic building blocks, and the best-selling toy of all time is still the Rubik's Cube. So I raise you, is there anything more important? The strange mental implications of playing Tetris have led researchers to look into the effects of Tetris on the brain, and what they found was astonishing. Researchers found that amnesia patients who played Tetris would experience the Tetris effect in the form of falling blocks in their vision, but they couldn't remember ever playing the game. Another study found that if the subjects played Tetris immediately after traumatic experiences, it lowered their chance of developing PTSD and other trauma-driven disorders. There is still no clear answer as to how and why the Tetris effect occurs, but there are theories. The most popular being that Tetris deals with procedural memory instead of conventional memory. This means that the brain places Tetris into the same category as walking and riding a bike. While the world is socially distant and at home, I believe that Tetris can be a soothing and relaxing experience for all those who desperately need an outlet right now. The Tetris effect remains a mystery, but a mystery we can all benefit from. I hope this video has given you some peace in these trying times. But if not, try playing some Tetris. I think we could all use a little Tetris in our lives.